So, like, it's been, like, a rough time. I've been going through, like, spiritual warfare. Hold on, I'll put this, like, up here. I've been going through, like, heavy spiritual warfare. I'm talking about, like, depression and stuff and all of this. And, like, one of my relatives just passed away. Or passed away. Stay tuned for that, because it's a whole conspiracy around this. It's a whole thing. But basically, they're trying to wear out the saints right now. Like, that's what it feels like, because I'm not gonna check you with this right, but that's what it feels like. I'm just having a cigarette, and I'll get to that in this as well. But they're trying to wear out the saints, and I just had like one of the most weirdest things happen to me. And it's like, I don't know, I find it very alarming. And the Lord called me to make this video because I realized, one, I hadn't been making a little bit of videos, but I've gone longer. But it's like I had to take some time, because again, my cousin did pass away, and there's a lot going on. Again, I won't speak much on it, but yeah, it was a hard time. And so I just went back to coping in a way that I know how. I started eating a little bit, not too much, but a girl was munching healthy foods, but a girl was munching. And you know, I just fell back into that. I even started drinking a little bit, because, you know, I was just trying to drown my sorrow. Because if you hear someone passed away, he was in jail, and we just have a whole bunch of theories on what happened and stuff. And I don't want to put this on the public like that, but spiritual warfare is going heavy, and they're really trying to wage war with the saints. Like, we're already in a war, but right now they're trying to really wear us out. Like, I've been getting people honking at me, like, really intensely lately. Like, really intensely. Like, I'll be watching a certain video and they'll honk. Or just recently, I had something strange happen with, you know, a friend, and me just watching a video, and me feeling like, you know, maybe I can't trust them partially, but you know, that is what it is when you're going through this gang stalking and stuff. But I guess the point of this video is, what I'm trying to say is, be mindful of like people in your circle, and be mindful of things around you, because the devil will attack through people who you love, who you know, because this is a fallen world. And you know, even though they could mean well, and you know, I genuinely would like to believe so, and I genuinely would like to believe that, you know, people have good intentions and stuff like that, you know, but just because someone's kind don't mean they don't have a knife behind their back. Someone could smile and still have a knife behind their back. But remember, we're spirits. And, you know, when you give your life over to these spirits and you don't give your life to Jesus, they have full reign, whether you mean well or not. So we have to be mindful of who we have in our circle and stuff like that. And with the smoking, like I said, I was doing good. I was doing great. And then I just get the news that my cousin passed away. And this is my favorite cousin. And I was like, damn. So it just made me fall back into a thing of smoking again. And, you know, I'm going to come back down off of it. But the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. You know, he doesn't care what you're going through. In fact, he's going to use the very thing that you're stressing over to bring you back into a familiar place that you're with, you know. And I've had really strange occurrences going on, like with family, friends, people all around me and stuff. And all you have to do is just separate yourself from their opinions. Like, first off, don't let, it even says in the Bible, don't let the opinion of man be greater than the opinion of the Lord. Like, I think he says in scripture, if you can help me with that, where he says, when he's talking to the disciples, and he's like, you guys value,
he said y'all value basically the Lord said that y'all take light of the little things. Like y'all
basically saying, like, they were discriminating against a man who didn't wash his hands. And he said, you care about clean hands, but he's clean on the inside. He said, I have made all things clean for you. And he said, you value the opinion of man more than the opinion of me. And that's why when I get like people trying to like scrutinize my past or something, or like say whatever about me, it's really invalid. Because I mean, if God is for me, who could be against me? Like, why would I care about your words if the Lord already wrote me in the book of life and spoke life over me and has prayed for me? Why would I do that? Why would I value an opinion that don't even value the very words coming out of the living word? Wait a minute. Now wait, I'm closing this, because when it comes to the devil and how he uses things, He'll use grief. He'll use anything to get to you. He'll use your addictions. He'll use stress. He'll use sadness. Like, I was in heavy depression because of this whole thing, and I was like, wow, and I found myself in a vulnerable place. And when you're in a vulnerable place, it opens up basically like a big portal for these demons. They know you're low, so they're gonna come with their best. They're like, oh, she low, so we can get her right now. Let's pull her back into that spot. And as this time I'm still fighting, I'm still doing the battle. I'm battling with the spirit. They say flesh is weak, spirit is willing. And I'm still being mindful and stuff like that. But even when you're mindful, the devil will creep in because you're not acting on something the Lord is calling you to do. Like, for instance, while I was down, I was having thoughts. I was like, maybe, like, I was just thinking, like, maybe the channel, I shouldn't even be doing it, or, I'm not worth this, I'm not worth that. And I was just feeling really low, really like I wanted to commit suicide and stuff like that. And even, or suwu, whatever. I hope they don't block that out for saying that. Or committing self-delete. I'll probably edit that out, whatever. If not, y'all get what I'm saying. And it was just a rough time, but the Lord carried me through it. And I started drinking, and then I got a really bad hangover, and I was like, oh, this is why I stopped, because I was just trying to drown my sorrows, right? The devil saw me at a low point, and suddenly all these people started to act really weird and try to, like, bring me back into that low spot. And all I'm saying is to be on your toes, be vigilant, be mindful, and then always have the armor of God on you, because at any point, and we are in the last days, at any point he can creep in, even if it's just little, even if it's just one. I started with one cigarette, and now I've been smoking by the pack. I started with one drink, and then I ended up getting a pack of alcohol and another pack of alcohol after that. So just be aware and be mindful that even when you're going through low points, remain vigilant, remain in the state of focusing on only Jesus, because he's all we have in these last days, and their time is short, so they're doing anything possible, and I mean anything possible, to get you out of your element, to get you off your rocker, and to get you back into a place that you fought so hard to get out of, and that the Lord prayed you out of. And at the end of the day, he wins, he gets the victory, and we have nothing to fear. But always be mindful. Always, even if you're going through grief, even if you're going through a tough time, always be mindful and aware of your spirit. Be aware of your flesh. Be aware of what's going on. Sometimes you have to question things. Sometimes the Lord will even let you see things and bring things to your attention, so you can combat these things. Like, something weird just happened now. I don't really want to speak on it too much, but just, I guess the message of this video is to be vigilant and put on the whole armor of Jesus and cover yourself in the blood. And in these times with the government shutdowns and stuff like that, just be aware and maintain some form of grounding. Like, don't lose your footing in the battle. But yeah, hope you have a good day.